So you'll probably have to rack a little to the left as you go to the right, and then as you go to the left, you'll have to rack a little to the right, just slightly.
We have a little bit more on two.
Yeah, and there's such a nice change there. Maybe something different in the color, right? I mean, nothing's marked, but I think it might be worth it. That was great.
Alan Rafferty. A lot of musicians go to conservatories for their teacher.
Because that relationship is so intimate, right? They're looking at all the flaws in your playing and they have to talk to you about them and correct them, and you have to not take it so personally.
I was in Utah. Like, I was going to Utah State, and then I transferred here, actually, in the last year of my undergrad. Took a year off because of COVID, and then came back, and now I'm in my master's, studying with Alan Rafferty.
Nice. Maybe talk about a couple things. Sounds really good.
Things.
Oh yeah, let's work on that. But first, tell me about this character here, Don. You know, what do you feel that is? I mean, I thought you did it great, but what do you feel is happening, or what are some words you associate with that?
Like, very cantabile, like singing
And what about the character? So that's, you know, I think, like, what kind of feelings do you think this evokes, or do you want it to evoke when somebody hears this?
It has like a sweetness and like this freedom. Like, it doesn't have a lot of heavy substance.
No, that's right. There's something kind of wholesome and honest about it, right? So I think you're getting that, but I think you could go for that even more. A big part of my teaching is to find out what my students think about the piece. I mean, you know, we can infer a lot about what a composer was thinking or feeling when they wrote the music based on some of the instructions they give us. But in the end, you know, we are creating and making the piece our own and telling our own story with it. So let's just take these first three notes. So do you want this to sound? Do you want to shift there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You take a little time. You also change there. Oh, try that. That might be nice. Or that. That could work too.
There's so much personality in this piece, and it goes through a bunch of different characters. And so to capture all of those, and Alan talking about the details of those, is very important.
If we're more wholesome, the character here, for the second theme, what's the character at the beginning for you?
I think of like kind of Carmen, like it's very...
Oh, interesting.
Like almost a little seductive,
Yeah,
but like,
right.
you know, it moves in that very like...
Yeah, well, we've got all these really...
Yeah.
You know, all these half steps. It's a very working around, I mean, we're in G minor, but we're working around that D. So, oh, that's cool. I hadn't thought of it that way. That's great. You know, teaching is it's an experiential learning thing. I mean, the more you do it, the more you learn. And I still feel every year I pick up something new that I pass on. But I really love that what I love is, I mean, I certainly, there are certain things that I teach to all my students, certain concepts or ideas, but the great thing about it, again, is that no two students are the same.
Well, for me, there's a competition coming up, and those are moments to connect with people. And that's what I'm looking to do. Not to get too emotional about it, but yeah, I want to be prepared for those. And those little moments, those, like even that one note, maybe you recall it when you go up to the quiet bum, bum, bum. It's like a millisecond of time and like just a hair off the sound, but then you have this moment that's like utterly charming. And I mean, you have to be so ready to take those risks in the moment, and if you're too concerned or restricted by your own playing, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, try with a little drive. It's an old school way of doing it, yeah.
there's this increase in focus and value on playing perfectly. And even going back to some of like these old legend, I'm thinking of like cellists like Pablo Casals. There's this Bach suite where he starts and he plays this first chord. It is outrageously out of tune. And you're like, oh, but he lingers on it. He's like, yeah, I did this on purpose. And then in a way you trust him. It's like, oh, you're committing to what you're doing. And there's this human element that he embraces and still can welcome you in, even though it's imperfect.
You know, a lot of times I'll get asked, what am I looking for when someone auditions? Many times I say I'm looking for someone that really has something to say.
This is very scary to say, but I want to be a soloist. You have to be like the top of the top, and I understand that, but I think I also feel like I have this other mission of maybe there's something more important than playing the best, and I want to share that and connect with people that way. The moments I love it most is when it serves my mission and that purpose of, you know, you could be playing at a Christmas party or at a funeral or at a wedding, and someone is moved by your music, and that's when you love it, because then it's this beautiful bridge, you know. I recently played with the orchestra, and there's a cadenza moment where the cellist plays by itself. And there was a specific moment where I knew, I'm like, I have him. And I took time, and there was this silence. And then it's like, oh, the silence is mine. You know, and then to take ownership and take them into the next emotion. It's actually that last competition that I won. I had this moment, I'm like, I can't do this. This is too hard, you know, and when I actually believed I could do it, the game changed, and I practiced differently. And I'm like, and then I won. And it wasn't about winning, of course, but I think it was more about the mindset of like, I can do this. And so how does that affect the way I live? Now, the problem is not worrying about if I can do it or not. It's about, okay, what do I need to do to make it happen?
You know, hard work. I mean, I always tell my students there's no substitute for those, 4 to 6 hours in the practice room every day, but not just in the way of just pounding away at the instrument, but also how do you think about things. Oh, sure. Yeah, it needs a little something extra there. Okay, great.
Alan they teach you the same lessons after a certain point, but it's how you learn them and how you come back to them, where it's like, oh, that's what he meant by like, and it's these deeper and deeper levels, and for him to be like, you need to believe in yourself, and then I'm like, and then finally learning that.
I'm trying to help grow and create musicians that will go out in the world and do their own thing. It's very important to me to make sure that they're kind of ready for the real world.
You find a lot of people taking initiative for music. People are, I want to put on this recital with these composers. And I think because of the faculty here, they're supportive of that, and there's so many resources. That's the beauty of schools, to have those resources to, how do I put on my own recital and get this real life taste of how to do the thing you want to do.
I feel really fortunate to be here teaching at this place. It's a great school. I love my students here. I love working with them. My colleagues are all great, and I really couldn't ask for anything more out of my career at this point.
I enjoy what I'm doing. I love it. And I love this opportunity, and I love the future music kind of can bring me to. So, yeah, I love it.